Hello everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw URBOSA from Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on and will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Again, for myself. So I know some people are always saying, I can't see it, I can't see it. I know you can't see it. Don't worry, this is for me. Yours is coming up. I'm doing a sketch for myself to get the placement right. And that's all this really is. So don't ever get frustrated or worry that you can't see it, because I know you're not supposed to. And maybe later on I'll do some that where you can actually see the sketch, you know, see how I sketch and whatnot. But I do have videos and tutorials that show how I sketch. So if you really want to see, just go find some of those. But yeah, this is all for me, just to get my placement right, just to see if I've got her in the right position that I want. And to make sure I've got everything placed correctly. Because for the most part, that's all this really is. This is just me just making stick figure shapes. I mean, I guess it's more than stick figure shapes, but anyway, it's me just trying to see if I've got the pose right for what I'm drawing. And that's it. Yeah, it's 100% for me. So I know you can't see it. But that's what this is. Just practice, 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 right? Just trying to get the look right. Now, I'm going to go ahead and talk about this too. I don't really want to be drawing right now. I am tired. It's been one of those days. And you know what? Sometimes you just don't feel like it. Sometimes you got to give yourself a day off. I get it. But sometimes you got to work through it, you know? I mean, listen to your body. If it says, hey, it's time to rest, rest, you know? This isn't one of those times where I should be resting. This is one of those where I'm not feeling it. I'm just really super tired. It's just a rough day, and I didn't want to do this. But like I said, some days you just got to work through. Some days you don't want to work out. You know, you don't want to go to school. You know, you don't want to do something, but sometimes you kind of have to. You know. And that's what today is. It's one of those. Yeah, I've got to get it done. I've got to work on it. This is. I just noticed something. This is super challenging because she has a very thin waist. I mean, like super thin, and then big hips. And I've got her like hunched over. So there's the challenge of getting it to look. You know, hourglass, super hourglass, but still hunched over at the same time. And I think that's it right there. I got it. Okay. But yeah, that was the challenge. Yeah, I don't have pictures of her in this position, so this is me trying to figure this out. And so sometimes you gotta try to figure out, well, if that's what you're gonna do, how does this bend? Where does this go? Where does that flow? You know, stuff like that. So that's the challenge that just came across is, oof, you picked a crazy position for what she's doing, her pose. Yeah. So anyway, what I was saying is, you know, I'm not in the mood today. I'm just super tired. And just wanted to just go back to bed kind of thing, you know. But like I said, there are some days where just fight through it, you know. I know you don't feel like it. I know you're tired. I know you don't want to go to school. I know you don't want to draw. But sometimes, you know, if you got to work towards something. Sometimes you got to work through those challenges. I guess that's the best way to say it. And so that's why I told myself, I was like, no, just go, just do it. Because also too, like when you finish, you're done. You know, it's that kind of thing too. It's like, oh, okay, well, there. It was kind of a challenge to get through, and you know, I learned something along the way, or I didn't. But I'm done. I got through it. And let me tell you something too. If I said you learned something along the way or you didn't, even if you didn't learn anything, or even if you failed, that's still learning. You still, you learn from your mistakes, so to speak, you know? Basically what I'm trying to say is messing up or losing, that's more than hesitating. More than not doing anything. So still try, you know? Pressing a little harder than I should because there's a lot of detail in there. Let me just do a quick sketch of this. I'm starting to get too much detail in here, but I want to make sure I get this right. The problem is there's a lot of detail in here, and it's like, well, don't focus on that, you know. I need to focus on placing everything, and then I can worry about the detail. So, like I said, I don't have the hand in there. I gotta finish that up. Let's see, I've got some very specific detail to try to fit in. Let's see, hang on, let me think about this. Because I'm also going to be, I'm going to have her shield right here. That's going to kind of take up some space. Let's see, the biggest problem is I don't have pictures of her specific detail. Like, I'm going by video game pictures, like screenshots, you know? And so I'm kind of guessing I like quite a few things. Let's see, but I think I got it right. And that's also kind of the trick to, you know, just wanting to get it done. It's like, well, I need to get it done right. That's the point. Let's see. Okay, so I want our hand holding the sword, which is pretty much just doing this. But I think I'm good. Let's see if I got her sword. I gotta find a good picture of her sword. That's the tricky part. There it is. There it is. So I can do like this, and we're gonna do pretty much like a straight on. Like if the sword was like this, you're gonna see it from the side like that. So it's almost like a good what do you call it? Foreshortened shot of a sword. It kind of looks like that. It's a different shape, but again, we're in a different position. So I'll kind of do something like this, just to kind of show that, yeah, it does have a little bit more of an edge or a curve to it, but we can't see it because of this positioning. Like that. Okay. Okay. I think I'm good there. I think I can get moving with the Sharpie portion. I just want to erase some of these sketches, and this one's going to take a little bit. We're going to go into the 30 minutes on this one. Because I want my Sharpie to stand out, not my pencil lines, and I kind of pressed a little hard on some of these spots. So just give me a second to erase, but that's the nice thing is when you press that hard and you're erasing, it takes a little bit to erase, and so I'll be able to see some of that as I'm going, which is good. That's what I want. You know, I need a guide if I'm going to be tracing over my drawing. Okay, I think that's good. I say we welcome everybody that skipped and get going. Welcome skippers, welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen, mostly the fine point, but the pen's a little finer than the fine point. You can find things that the fine point can't quite find. I've sketched the entire thing out. I've erased the majority of the sketch lines, but left myself enough to see where I'm going to go. So I'm going to start off with the details of the face, and I've got her looking off to, well, you see the position, you saw the picture, you know where we're going. So I'm going to start off with the top of her eyes, like this, the eyelids, I guess, and build off of that. Then I'm going to draw the retinas, like this, with a little bit of positioning, a little bit of the pupil, and that's all I can do because I don't want to bleed too much into it. And these Sharpies will bleed at this size. Once I get bigger, you can't see it, but since we're so small, it's like you're going to see everything if I go too far. So I just want to just do like that and kind of imply the bottom of the eye, like this, and then I'll come back with color and add more, but that's all I want to do there, okay? So she does have a certain look to her face. She's got a very pointed nose, so I'm going to go ahead and draw one line in like this, and the other one I'll do with color. But it's very specific, that look, right? And the other line's going to come up there like that. Again, this is all I'm going to do because I want to emphasize stuff with Sharpies and emphasize color with color, right? So let me draw her mouth. Something like this. Okay. And again, I've got her kind of looking down, so let's see, for her eyebrows, I can't really see. Again, I'm going by quick pictures that I don't really see. There we go. Ooh, I want to do that with color. I'm going to do her eyebrows with color, so I'm not going to worry about that. But I am going to thicken this line up real fast, just to emphasize that. That's a nice, pretty, like makeup type kind of eye. And then I can draw around it. So she's got a very specific, you know what, I'm just going to stop saying specific detail to her face because we all know that. We know she's got detail. I'm just going to start drawing. So I'm going to draw the side of her head here, and you can see a bit of her band, like that. I'm going to come down here for the side like I was talking about. Come here to her chin. And also I'm thickening up my lines just a little bit because once I switch over to this Sharpie, you're going to see a huge difference in line width. So I'm kind of making up for that. So I've got her hair kind of coming over like this. And I want to draw this first, so I make sure I put it in front. That's the whole point of drawing what's in front first, to make sure I don't draw through it. You know, I don't want to draw, because I'm about to draw her headband, and I didn't want to draw her headband through her hair. So for the headband, I'm going to come across like this, and it comes up and down, and it's got that little part hanging. And again, I'm going to draw her eyebrows later with color. I think it would look better that way. Okay, again, there's a lot of detail and all this stuff, so there's only so much we're going to get to. I'm all over the place with what I want to draw. So I'm going to draw her ears like this, because I want to be able to draw the big hoops, but I don't want to draw through stuff. So the big hoops, I want to do that. And I want to do these hoops first because I need to draw her jaw. And I didn't want to accidentally draw through it, okay? So for her jawline, I'm going to come up like this. Something like that. It's for her ear. The other one over here, I'm just going to do this. That way you can say, well, it's there, you just can't see it because of the way she's positioned. You know what, this eye is a little slanted, but I can live with that. I'm good. I'm fine with that. Okay, so there's a lot of detail in her headdress and all that stuff. Let me see. think I should switch over to the big Sharpie, because now I'm not worried about fine details in the face, you know? All right. Let's see, and this headdress is like very elaborate, so I'm gonna do the best I can. But see how thick this is? That's why I wanted to draw it and get ready for this. But I wanted to like prepare for, I'm a puller more than I am a pusher, so I'm trying to figure out what's the most comfortable way to get to this. And look, sometimes that happens. It bleeds over and that's hollow. Oh well, there's nothing I can do about that. I'm not gonna cry, I'm not gonna get mad about my drawing. It happens. And especially when you're working with tiny little things like this, it's like, well, it's gonna happen no matter what. Okay. And that's also why I was trying to determine, is like, well, should I switch over? Because I knew that was gonna happen. So I'm also kind of just accepting it. You know, it's fine. But I want it thick too, because I want to, you know, I want to be able to capture those certain parts to it, you know. Okay, so let's see, the back of her hair is going back here, and then I need to draw her shoulders and all that first before I draw the rest of her hair, because like I said, what's in front, what's behind. This is all in front, and this is going to be this is going to be in front of her hair. So let's draw her neck. So she's got those what do you call them, like rings. But see, stuff like this you got to get with the smaller detail, because it's almost impossible to capture with the big Sharpie. But again, see how thick that is? That's why I'm matching. That's why personally I like doing that. You don't have to. If you're working with pencil, you draw whatever you like. You don't worry about whether you're making thick lines like this. You know, this is just me. This is how I draw. Okay. So she's got, again, very elaborate stuff going on here. This is all I really wanted to do, is draw the shoulders, really. So I'm going to draw one shoulder like this. And she does have her little necklace thing. And this one, okay, now I got to draw her chest, and that's going to come down to here, to her armpit, right? This one's going to come over here, and then the way that her side is, you can see her breast, and then the bottom of it. Same thing over here. It's going to go to the back and collect up like that. All right, so I'll add that detail in a second. Now I can add her shoulder piece, guard thing, and build off that. So let's see. It's going to be attached right here. That's underneath. Something like that. Attached to her arm, just coming through here. And this one, it's foreshortened just a little bit because it's behind her breast, and it's also back behind her body. So we're gonna do something like this. Okay, there. Now, her hair, so it's all back. We're going to say that it's going back like this, like that, bobbing back like that, back there, there, like that, okay? That's going to put those lines back behind her. Then we're going to say some of them are going in from where it's all you know, tied up to her head. But it's tied in the back, you know? So, okay, that's good, that's good. All right, do we do her? Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so I'm gonna do some of the ornate design. I wasn't going to. On her chest here, because it's like it needs to be done with color, you know? But I do want to accent some of this. And maybe I will leave the rest with color, but I just wanted to show you a little bit of the, is it metal? But the ornate design that are on, that's on her chest plate here. And this is kind of like a chainmail type kind of thing, but we're not going to draw all that. So also same thing here. I think I'm going to do this with color, but I wanted to accent the edges. Okay. All right. Yeah, because that's got a really neat pattern inside that butterfly-ish design. There's no black in there. It's all color, so let's leave it to color. All right, so let's go ahead and do her arm since it's right here. So I'm gonna just, it's all we're doing is flesh. So coming down to her elbow, then her forearm, then to her wrist. All right, and here she's got those hoops. Something like that. And because it's just muscle tone, there's not a lot we can really do here. So I just kind of do something like that, just to kind of say, well, that's where her I'm pointing to it off camera. Her crook of her arm is, you know, just a little bit of what do you call it? Bends in your muscle. Okay. All right, so the sword, I've talked about this in the sketch, that it's kind of foreshortened, and there's a guard that's kind of covering the hand, so it kind of disappears, the hand. It's going to go back here, like this, and then the guard is going to come around it, and you're not seeing anything because of the way it's over the handle. The handle is over the, what do you call it? The hand, yeah, the handle is over the hand. And also, because I've got it pointed, I'm drawing it very specifically like this because it's more foreshortened than sideways. So it's I talked about it. If your sword's like this, she's kind of holding it like this, so you're seeing specific curves to it, and that's it, not the whole thing. Okay, again, that's got a very cool pattern on it, so I don't think I'm going to do anything to it. I'm going to leave it alone. I just want to connect a few little lines here like that. That's it. That's all for the sword. So let's move on. Let's move on to the other hand, which is holding her. Okay, let's hang on to that because it's holding a shield, which is going to be going behind this leg. So I got to draw what's in front first. Now, I talked about this in the sketch. She has a very, very thin waist of an hourglass figure, but I also have her hunched over. So I'm bringing it in like this, then go into her hip. Now this will be going in like this, then out to that hip again. So see, she's very hunched over, almost exaggerating that figure even more. Oh my God, I was putting the Sharpie away. So she's got a skirt, I will say connector, a skirt buckle, right? Because that's where you buckle a belt, so why not buckle your skirt, you know? That's what that is. And it's got a couple different edges to it, so let's see. There's one coming down here like this. And then there's like another level to it that looks almost like I want to say Aztec gold. I don't know why, but it's like this. Maybe that's upside down teeth. But for some strange reason, I think of the word Aztec gold. And I think it's because of the pattern that's on it. It looks like some kind of Incan gold, you know, something. And let's see, so we're gonna go ahead and add just a few little abs, you know. Give her a belly button. And let's see, let's draw some of her hip like this. Okay. All right. Again, an ornate pattern inside there. I think I want to leave it alone. Again, leave it for color. But I do like separating these edges. And same thing on her skirt. I think it looks like a good pattern that I should leave alone. Now I see 2 layers of a skirt, so let's see if we can do this. I've got it going like this. Over her leg. Right? And then there's going to be another layer here. But before we go further, let's draw that shield. So I'm going to bring this hand down. And it's foreshortened right here. Like basically, you know, this was her arm. It's like this now, so you're only seeing that much of it. It looks that short, you know. If I'm drawing side look like that versus, you know what I mean? That's what we're doing. So her hand is foreshortened, so you're going to see her hand in front. So I'm going to go ahead and draw her thumb, and then draw her fingers, and then I'm going to add some detail here in a second. But I wanted to draw basically the handle, like she's holding onto that, to the shield, and there's another one like around her wrist like this, like where she's got her hand through, and then the arm. So now I can establish that. Well, because I've established that, I'm going to go ahead and draw the shield, the edge of it here. It's going up like this, coming down, and disappearing behind her leg. So see, I wanted to make sure I knew where to stop, is what I'm trying to say. Same thing, gonna ring as if it was a circle, you know, like that, and add a little bit of detail, like we're gonna say it's attached, like this. Oops. Same thing here, it's attached because we're looking at the inside of the shield. This one you can't really see, and then we'll color that with color. But see, we did that first so I could draw this, and I knew where my stopping spots were. That was the point of that. Okay. All right. So 2 layers of the skirt. Before I forget, I'm gonna draw this other one like this. That's that layer. The next one has the little spangly danglies hanging off of it. So I'm gonna come down here and pretty much draw the same thing, but add these little extra pieces that are attached. Because I kind of want it flowing the same way, because like I said, it's 2 layers wrapped up on itself. And here we'll do this too. We'll do like a couple of different ones kind of flowing up like this. You know, because she's in a fighting pose. So it's kind of flowing up, you know? Okay, so second layer over here. Let's put it behind her leg. No, let's put it in front. Let's put it in front. So this one's coming down like this. And we'll say that one was flowing out, kind of flowing, you know? It's going to connect in the back, obviously, but now we got to draw her legs. So let's finish up this one since we're already here. So her knee's going to be right about here, coming down to her ankle, and she does have a couple different layers of pretty things, because they're like parts of her shoe, I guess. Let's see, it's gonna be the heel down to this over, down to the point of the shoe, something like that. Okay, again, color. It should really be done with color, so I don't think I want to add anything else to that. Okay, so I'm going to do her leg, and this one's coming down through here. down to her knee, then to the calf, to that little anklet thing, and remember, well, if you were there during the sketch, me talking about how I didn't want to be here, how I was very tired. Look, I did the hard work. We got through it, done. So just do the work. You know, sometimes you just got to do the work, and it's rough, but it's worth it. You know, you gotta exercise hard if you want to build those muscles, even when you don't feel like exercising some days. That's also something I was talking about. It's like sometimes you just push through and then look, you're done, you know, that kind of thing. I got a few more things I got to add. Let's see. Okay, so like I said, the skirt does go back behind, so I'm going to do another layer like this. We're going to say it was just kind of do one of these things, and then it's just kind of flow into the back. It's heavier here, but because her leg is out, like it's longer here, it's kind of pushed out, you know? And the second layer you can't see. You can see how it's shorter? That means that line is up there. So that's all we're doing. And her hair. So I've got her hair pulled all the way back into a ponytail. So we're gonna say, you can see it back behind her like that. Oops. A little more pointy. But I think we're done. There you go. I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is Urbosa from Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity. So here's how I colored it. Tell me what you think in the comments below, or show me what you did in our Discord group. Just have fun and make it your own, because remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures with How I Draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.